Hello and welcome to Ginger Magic. Today I have a magic trick for you. Let me show you how it's done. It's, well, I like to call it the confusing card. I'm not sure who came up with it. It wasn't me. But it is one of my favourites. I like it a lot. It's a really good trick to know. And yeah, so instead of just rambling on, I'm actually going to get on with the performance. So I'm just going to start by giving the deck a quick shuffle, if that's okie dokies. And what I'm just going to do is I am just going to riffle down the deck, and whenever you want, just tell me when to stop. Stop. Here, amazing. So the card you stop me at can be your card. I don't know what it is. That's pretty important in this trick, right? So that's there. I'm actually just going to shuffle it into the deck a tiny weeny bit. Amazing. So now what I just need to do is I need to locate your card, because I don't know where it is. It could be in the top of the deck, it could be in the middle of the deck, it could be somewhere at the very bottom of the deck, right? But I, of course, do not know. So what I'm going to do is to locate it and be amazing. I'm just going to take a couple of cards off the top of the deck, right? And the first card of this little pack is going to represent what suit your card is, and that's alright. So it's the 9 of clubs, which tells me that your suit is a club. Am I correct? Of course I am. The next card is going to represent how far down in this little pack it is. So that's the 4 of diamonds, which I'm just going to put on the bottom, shows me it's 4 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go, right? I am pretty much positive that this here is your card. Do you believe me? You don't. Why not? Have you seen your card? Then prepare to see it again. The 9 of clubs. So, of course you want to expect this little pack here which I dealt down. It is indeed the Ace of Diamonds, the Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Spades, and the Ace of Hearts. Thank you very much. So, this trick, it does have a little setup. You of course need the 4 aces, but you need a 4. Any 4, I'm using the 4 of diamonds in this case, and you just want to have it so it's Ace, 4, and then the other 3 aces, and then just put that on the bottom of the deck. So counting from the bottom, you have Ace, 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 4, Ace, right? And then you're ready to go. Shuffle I did, pretty basic shuffle, you might need to know it. If you're doing it to a fellow magician, don't use that shuffle because they will be able to spot it out immediately. It's called the Hindu shuffle, and what I'm just doing is it doesn't change the bottom card, and actually the bottom few cards if you do it right. And I just take a pack out of the middle and I just pull cards off it until it gets relatively small, and I just do the same again until I'm satisfied. So yeah, the reason you can ask them just to pick a card, it's no force, it's free choice, but the reason I riffle up, or sometimes I dribble the cards down, they say stop, the reason I do this is so that they don't pick one of the bottom 5 cards, which are the cards you need for the trick, right? Because if you do this, there are a chance you get some really annoying spectators who always choose the bottom cards, especially if you're doing it to someone who knows the Hindu shuffle and you do the Hindu shuffle. So I like to riffle it down, I like to riffle up, so literally the moment I said tell me when to stop, I'm already past those 5 cards. So yeah, so they pick a card, you can do it how you like. So now what we need to do is we show them the card. In this case it's the 9 of spades. It doesn't matter if you know it, as long as but it works best if the spectator thinks that you don't, because otherwise it looks really weird, right? So what you have to do is I put it back on the deck and throw the other cards on it, right? And what I do here is, because we need to control that to the top of the deck, right? Keeping the aces on the bottom. So what I do is I catch a pinky break, a pretty large one, and then I just convert it into a thumb break, like that. And then when I say I'm going to shuffle it into the deck, what I'm actually doing is, because it's now, we have this little pack here with the 5 cards and the card on top that we need, right? What I do is I make sure that all 5 cards go down, then I start this pack, and then I make sure that their card goes on top, right? That's how you pretty much get any card from the middle to the top. It's one of the best ways. You see professional magicians, if you ever see a professional magician go, right, I'm just going to shuffle it into the pack, they're not, they're controlling it to either the top or the bottom in the majority of cases. But I will actually be teaching you in a later video of mine how to spot out how card tricks are being done and figure them out for yourselves. But that's coming later, and that will be a part of it. So yeah, back to the trick. So now what you should have is you should have their card on top, and the ace, ace, ace for ace on the bottom of the deck. Right now, this bit's important. You have to go. I'm going to show you the top of the deck. You have to show them the. Well, you don't have to show them the top of the deck. You have to. Pretty much you have to get a break underneath the bottom 5 cards, so the ace and the 4. Right. So what I do is I show them the deck. I go. It could be someone at the top. Show them the top. It could be someone in the middle. Show them the middle. And when I show them the bottom, I'm actually counting the bottom 5 cards. And I go in and I catch a pinky brick, and then I convert that to a thumb brick, right? Now what I do is I swing cut the cards. If you don't know how to swing cut, there's loads and loads of tutorials. And I have the thumb brick, right? A pretty large one as well. So I've swung cut the cards, and that just looks like I'm taking a load out of the deck, right? And what's going to happen is I'm just going to flip that card over. They're going to recognize their card, right? Now this can be a bit temperamental, because they will either say, that's my card, right? Which is why you kind of have to say before, you just got to hint, oh, I really hate it when people interrupt magic tricks, even if I get it wrong. I just like to see where I've gone wrong, and sometimes it's part of the trick. So then they'll think, oh wait, he said not to, it might be part of the trick. So now you take the thumb brick, right? I'm deliberately exposing it to you. You normally do this. And when I turn it back over, what I do is I drop the thumb brick right here. So that's now there, and what I'm actually laying down is the first ace. In this case, the ace of clubs. You can do it with the ace of diamonds, hearts, spades. Don't really care. It doesn't matter. Now it's done. It's self-working from here on in. Because the next card should be the 4 that you selected. In my case, the 4 of diamonds. So you put that on the bottom or anywhere else in the pack, and you count down 1, an ace, 2, another ace, 3, final ace, and 4, which is going to be their card. Just drop 5 on top of them, and that's the 5 dealt with, right? So then it's just acting from there. You just say, oh, I reckon this is your card. It's not. Really? You sure? Well, here it is. I actually made money off this. I bet someone about a tenner, about 3 times. They've gone, that's not my card, and I've gone, do you want to bet? And they've gone, yeah, sure. I didn't actually have money on me at the time, but I know, if you know you've done it right, then it's foolproof. It's a really good trick to know. And then actually is going to be to grab these cards. You can either let them grab it and realise that the 4 aces are there, and that'll just kill them inside. Or you can go, now I'm sure you want to inspect these 4 cards. Well, they are indeed ace of clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts. So, thank you very much for watching that. I've been Ginger Magic. Quality's a bit better on this one, because it's time of day, really. Because I'm on holiday. Well, I'm not, like, school holidays. And it's light. And I have to shoot these at midday, because like on my introduction one, if I shoot it when it gets darker, it looks pretty bad. So yeah, enjoy that one, do it to your mates. It's a really good one to know. One of my favourites. Thank you, and goodbye.